What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
She over here chewing some crackers.
I had to give me a snack real quick. Your girl ain't had no lunch. Neither one of us had lunch.
Exactly. And thankfully, it's Taco Tuesday because we're going to smash those tacos, too. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's a good day when she gets all the pops.
It's a good day when I can get a crack up in this piece.
Right?
What up, shawties?
How y'all doing?
Welcome to the Let's Make Out podcast, where we make out all things what?
Love, life, and laughter. How are y'all doing?
I'm Gabrielle.
Yes, and I am Chad. We are the co-host of this here podcast. I'm looking for this intro music.
I think we are the host.
Oh, yeah.
We're not the co-host because nobody else is hosting with us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we the host.
You are my co-host.
You are my co-host.
We are the host.
Don't be calling me your co-host. You my co-host.
Whatever. I feel like I got crackers stuck in my...
That's hilarious. But yeah, so what's up, y'all? Hope y'all are well. Hopefully, you've had a good however long it's been since you've listened to the last podcast.
Right? Even if it was yesterday, or you just listened to an episode before this.
Yeah, maybe you listened to it 2 minutes ago. Well, hopefully you've had a good 2 minutes up until now. Okay. But we appreciate y'all being here. We want to remind you to subscribe if you're watching. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Tell everybody about Let's Make Out Podcast. We also ask you if you're, checking us on social. Let's Make Out Podcast on Gmail, YouTube, and Facebook, and then Let's Make Out Pod on Twitter. So we would appreciate you following us there, rate and review, doing all that kind of good stuff.
You ain't wasting no time. You just went right into
it.
Can we even talk to the people? Maybe they don't even know if they want to subscribe.
We appreciate y'all listening, watching, and we're going to talk to you next time.
Right into it, okay?
Outro goes now. Okay.
How about cue the music?
Oh, okay, here we go.
All right. This tea is hot. I'm drinking tea. I'm drinking berry.
You drinking that caramel mule?
What?
The caramel mule?
What is that?
Instead of chamomile. You know that's a word probably people
I'm like, what is that even supposed to be? I'm drinking berry green tea.
The chamomile.
Yeah, and it's pretty good.
And I'm drinking something that Gabrielle actually got me trying for the first time. It's Alani Nutrition. Yeah. So they have these energy drinks, and I discovered them last month, and they're really, really good. Every flavor that I've had is really good, except the mimosa is not my favorite. I will hopefully will like it because I'm an orange fan. She's not an orange flavor fan.
I'm not a big fan of orange flavored things.
Oh, it smells good.
Moment of truth.
Oh my god.
If you're listening to us, please come on over to the YouTube channel and watch that reaction because it was quite priceless. # not sponsored.
Oh, this is so good. But if anybody you're working at Alani,
I think Alani is actually, I feel like, I don't really know if it was started by an influencer or if they were a trainer first that got into influencing, but I think that, it's like a couple, a husband and a wife.
Neighbors. Y'all in Louisville.
Yeah, it's like a husband and a wife. I don't know the story behind Alani Nutrition, but they have protein powder and pre-workout.
Y'all in Louisville. We're right next door. Let's connect.
Yeah. So anyway, how y'all doing? Hopefully well. What's been going on the past week? Let's give y'all the weekly recap. I feel like I need to name this segment. The weekly recap. What has happened that has been exciting over the past week? Your only rule is that you can only say one thing. Well, that's the rule for this week because we on short time.
Okay.
What's the most exciting thing that's happened to you in this last week?
The planners came in. The planners. So
what planners?
Yeah, what planners? So the planners are.
What is the name of the planner, babe?
Okay, so the name of the planner is Work Hard Daily, but it's WRK. I wanted to put my own little spin. Plus, also too, trademarking or capturing a name like Work Hard Daily, like the actual word work.
Yeah, it's kind of slim.
Very difficult. It's very saturated. So doing something a little different, but I love it. I love the way it turned out as far as the logo and all that kind of stuff. So, but I ordered. So I went over through this design process of creating the planner. I mean, we were actually in the hotel when we were going through a house fire restoration piece, and so we were in a hotel for like a month and a half. And all right, sorry, card cut out there.
So that is exciting. Yeah. How do you? Well, maybe this is not the time for that, but I feel like people would be curious to know how you came up with the name, if there was any,
Well, I think that.
Any significance, or if you just came to you. I don't really know, honestly. I think you just came and told me.
Yeah,
that's what the name was.
Yeah, I had thought about it for a long time. I wanted something that just signified that like working hard daily is something that like each of us try to do, but you have to also go about working hard, in a way that works for you. So my working hard is different from hers. Hers is, and I think for me, work hard daily just meant it was a constant reminder to, whatever I put on this day, like my goal is to get it all done. But so like that, it's just like for me, it's a reminder of like, I look at that front cover, I look at each page when it has the logo there, and it's just like, what, today's another day to, work hard and and feel good about what I got done.
Yeah.
Regardless if I got my entire list done or I got a few things done. And when you see the planner, you'll see there's 3 things that you should, your big missions for the day. And you get those done, you should feel completely 100% happy with what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of it's just cherry on the top.
Good stuff.
Yeah. What about you, Shada?
I don't know. It's funny, as I asked that question, I was thinking, do I even have an answer to this question? I don't really know, but I have.
You better have.
What has happened in the last week? I don't know. I feel like the most exciting thing for me was watching you with the planner, like them coming and just knowing like this was something you created, you drafted, like so many different drafts of what you wanted to look like. Finding the manufacturer, like it's so funny. Babe was like, "Yeah, I found these manufacturers. I've been doing it." It was just like you decided and you did it.
Yeah, and
I was like, "What you did?" Because normally I'm the researcher.
Yeah,
I'm the one that figures that stuff out. Yeah. So he was just like, "No, I figured this." I was like, "Okay, look at you."
Yeah. I'm a pro with it. With manufacturers and stuff now. Like, no, yeah, it was just. Yeah, it was just it.
So I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
That was a special moment to see you. Have your vision come.
Wouldn't be able to do it without you, Shani.
Thank you, sweetheart. If you guys don't know, Chad is literally like the planner notebook connoisseur. He has so many that he has purchased and purchased again, and it's always like he'll purchase it and then like 3 days later he's finding another one. Because I'm like, well, what's wrong, babe? It wasn't right.
It didn't feel right.
I was like, I've been saying for years, can you just create the one that you like?
Yeah.
How about that?
So
and you did it.
I did.
Yay!
It's exciting.
Yay! So okay, let's jump into some questions.
Yeah.
We have new books.
I
promised y'all we were going to have new books. So we have 808 conversation starters for couples.
No heartbreaks though.
No heartbreaks.
And then ask powerful questions.
So which one would you like to do?
Do that one.
808 conversation starters. It says spark curious chats during dinner time, date night, or any moment. So
AKA podcast.
These quizzes? I'm so confused.
She looks so dang tremendous today and every day. It's hard for me to concentrate.
Okay, so it's got little things like mini quizzes in here. I don't understand. I probably should have read the instructions first. Y'all know me. I be reading instructions. Okay, give me a page number between 1 and 218.
12.
Of course. Why do I ever ask?
You know, if it's a new book, you know what page I want.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop.
I don't. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. It says do it. Ask your partner to help solve.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Okay, whatever.
Turn the camera off. See y'all.
Okay, they've got these mini quizzes. So let's try a mini quiz.
Do a mini quiz.
If you choose a piece of candy from a box of chocolates, take a nibble, and didn't like it, would you A, put it back and choose another, B, throw it away and count your blessings that you saved the unappetizing calories, and then C, keep eating until you find the one that tastes delish?
I mean, if I don't like it,
I think
you're it. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know. I think you just answer.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't like it, I'm not gonna keep eating it. Like, if it's not good, I'm not gonna keep eating it.
Well, it's a whole box of candy. So yeah, so you would pick it up and choose another one, or you would throw the whole thing away? Or?
No, like if it's like a sorted box of chocolates, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it says a box of chocolates.
Then I would ask Gabrielle if she wants to try it.
You would.
And then I would move on to another piece.
You would.
Until I found one that I liked.
That was really interesting.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing. I would put it back and choose another one.
Well, because it's just us.
I probably wouldn't even offer, or I would leave it in there and be like, yeah, I tried that one. It wasn't that good. But I definitely wouldn't throw it away unless neither one of us.
We both don't like it. Yeah, we'll throw it away.
Then we would throw it away. Okay, so I'm going to go with page 30. 30 for 30.
Oh, of course. Mini quiz.
I feel like if it's a quiz, like somebody should be guessing the answer, and it's weird. I don't feel like we're doing it quiz wise, but whatever.
If your horoscope suggested you avoid making important decisions today, you would put them off until tomorrow, ponder those decisions a little more carefully, or ignore the warning. We don't really do horoscopes.
I was about to say I'd probably ignore the warning because I don't really read horoscopes like that these days. I don't know. I'd probably just make the decision anyway if I had to.
Well, that was the only good one on that page.
Y'all, let's do ask powerful questions.
Let's try that.
Give me.
This might be a mess.
Oh, this is like.
What in the world?
Oh, wait. Now, this might not be what I thought it was. This is actually like. Open-ended questions, 91. What? This ain't what I thought it was. I'm mad. I think this one is more so about, like, having conversation. These are not questions at all. This is what happens when you don't read and you just throw stuff in your Amazon cart. Right. Babe, stop looking at all the questions. Just give me a number.
I'm trying to find you one.
No. It's not how it works. Give me a number.
75. This is not working out, y'all.
I quit.
It's not working out.
1, 2, 3, or 4?
4.
What's the dumbest thing you ever bought? And did you return it?
The dumbest thing I've ever bought? Shoes that were like a half a size too big because they didn't have my size, but I really wanted them, but they just didn't fit, so it was kind of stupid. Yeah.
Smart.
And then I didn't return them.
What'd you do with them? They just sit in your closet?
Yeah.
You still have them?
No.
Oh, okay. You gave them away. You ended up giving them away?
It's one of the ones I sold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was dumb. Yeah. Well,
yeah. I've bought dumb shoes before too, and I hate to say it, but I've bought 2 pairs of Louboutins. I ended up selling the first pair to buy another pair that I still didn't wear. I think I wore them once.
Yeah.
Literally once in like 3 years.
So funny. It's true.
Because they're uncomfortable. Those shoes are so uncomfortable. Just to be walking around with red on the bottom, like them joints are so uncomfortable.
Yeah, they need. You know what? Dr. Scholl's need to make some blue bottoms. Okay, because I bet them might be comfy.
Not blue bottoms.
Blue bottoms.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 103.
103. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
3.
Do you always rely on your GPS, or do you usually trust your own sense of direction when driving?
I mean, we all know the answer to this question. I will turn the GPS on to get to somewhere I know how to get to. I think I do it now out of habit, because I want to see what the traffic is doing. I feel like I've relied on GPS so much now to tell me, is there an accident? Should I go a different route? Like, I don't ever get in the car and not put the address in my GPS. Yeah.
It's not about finding directions there. It's about, is there going to be delays?
Yeah, but that's so crazy because why does it matter? I'm going to get there when I get there. Really? Like, when you think about it in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Like.
True. But when there's multiple ways to get there that are about the same time frame, if you see one that has a delay, it's like, I might as well just go the other way.
I mean, true, but I feel like just think of just how, like, as a society, how spoiled we are, how reliant we are on.
Let me tell you the
most
funniest thing.
Insignificant things.
Let me tell you the funniest story. It's her story, but I'm gonna tell you anyways.
Oh, like, what story?
About her mama. So her mama be in the car with her, and she be like, and you'll put it in the GPS how to get somewhere, and the GPS gives you the fastest route there. And so her mom's like, oh, turn here. I got a quicker way.
Every single
like, Mama?
time. I'm like, Ma, I don't think you understand the concept of GPS.
It's the quicker way.
It is going to give you the quickest
hilarious.
route.
Every time she tells me this, I crack it because I can see your mom saying, oh, turn here. I got a quicker way.
Every single time. She'd be like, turn here, turn here. I'm like, Mom, I'm trying to follow my GPS. It is going to get us there quicker. And I've done this a couple times where I have obliged and have turned on her shortcut. And then I was like, you see how it just went from, we're going to get there at 251 to 255. This is why. Because your shortcut is not short. Like,
it cracks me up. It cracks me up how people that don't use their GPS swear that their directions be better than the GPS.
Or the people who are like, can you send me the directions? Can I send you the directions?
Oh, but let me tell you, there was somebody that came over to our house. I think we were selling something, or I don't remember what they were coming over. But he literally texts me and says, "Hey, can you send me the address?" I'm like, "Yeah, here's the address." Send it to him. And then, even better, he's like, so like, can you give me like step by step from this place to your house?
He did literally ask for step by step.
And I'm like, yes, the GPS will get you here. Like, I'm not about to give you left here, right here. It is 2020. And now it's 1, but then it was 20. And you are my age. That meaning you have a smartphone. Like,
I guess the assumption could be, the assumption is that he had a smartphone. What if he's one of those people who didn't have a smartphone? I mean, at this point, you have some medium of getting to the internet and looking up directions. You could go back to good old MapQuest or Google Maps if you don't have a smartphone.
I just was cracking up when he said step by step. I'm like, I'm sorry.
He literally did. I was like, Babe told me. I was like, did he really ask you?
I'm not about to give you step by step directions in 2020.
What did you say back?
When my 70-year-old mother will throw in an address in her GPS and do it. Okay, I'm not about to do it with you.
Oh, that's so
I was cracking up.
Yeah, it was it was a step by step from somebody else's house. Like, I don't know where they live like that. It was I was like, can you give me step by step from this person's house, because it was like a mutual friend.
I'm like,
what?
Yes. I was like, you know what? I was like, yes, I can. The GPS. And she was like, did you really say that?
I was like, babe, you did not say that. He said, I did.
I did. If he wants to come bad enough, he'll be here.
No surprise there. I mean,
I was cracking up.
That is the funniest thing.
It was funny.
Okay, so that's it for the questions. Them questions was quite raggedy. So we are going to go into an Ask Gabe and Babe.
Well, before we do that, though, we're going to go into our sponsor. Because we have a sponsor. All right. Okay. All right. So, sponsor. I feel like this is the first time we talked about them.
I don't know who them is. Who is them?
Them is a brand called Uncommon Goods.
It is.
Great, cool brand. Like, so dope. All right. So Uncommon Goods. I mean, they got so many cool things. It's you gotta check out the website. So basically, buying gifts for Gabrielle and Gabrielle buying gifts for me
is legit the hardest
thing to do in the entire world, in my opinion. I don't know about you, but in my opinion
as well.
So especially when it comes to like special occasions, aka something that might be coming up.
Valentine's Day,
exactly. So So basically, you know, I don't know where they're at. You gotta go look for them, okay? Look downstairs in the playroom in that green thing. Look again. Look in your room.
Look in your room.
So basically, with Valentine's Day, I'm sure that you might have, you know, gotten the same gifts over, like some maybe roses or candy or perfumes, and you might be like, hey, I want to get something different for my wife, or I want to get something different for my husband. So that's where Uncommon Goods comes in, because and it's uncommongoods.com. You can actually go in there and search literally anything you want. Just search, like, you know, coffee maker, or you know, whiskey maker, wine maker, and you can find all kinds of cool stuff. So if you're feeling uninspired, you can go to Uncommon Goods for the most unique gifts you can find online. No matter what she or he is into, Uncommon Goods has the perfect gift, from art and jewelry to kitchen to home and bar. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone. Not the same lackluster gifts you can find just anywhere. Lackluster. I love that word. That's like the best word ever. When you shop on Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. So that's really cool. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. They have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $2 million to date. So you can actually go to the link down in our description box or our show notes and get 15% off your Valentine's Day gift. By going to uncommongoods.com/LMO. That's uncommongoods.com/LMO for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, cool, unique, and unusual gifts. So check them out, y'all.
Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff on there, and I didn't realize that it was like, you know, people in the U.S. or handmade type of things. I was looking on there, and my friend Tiffany, her she has like a product line. It was Seriously? On there. Yeah, I was like, hey,
that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
That's cool, because you think in some of these companies, you think that they just have like products, you know, just like the mass produced products. But like literally, like their stuff is so unique.
Yeah.
I've got a wish list on there that's cost a couple $1 million probably.
Not
so
a couple $1 million. Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah. You should just send me your wish list, because I actually got your Valentine's Day gift from that website.
Oh, did you?
I did. I'm like, dang, you had a whole wish list?
Well, I mean, I've got, but my wish list are like, they're kind of expensive.
Oh, well, I didn't get that.
Exactly. We wasn't doing all that.
Well, we wasn't doing expensive gift giving. We don't even ever exchange gifts like that anymore. But I just happened to be browsing through the site, and I was like, oh, he'll like that. Babe will like that. So I was like, by the way, I did get you a Valentine's Day gift.
Got on my nerves.
I was like, don't be spending tons of money.
So funny thing is, the thing that I got for us to do together.
You got from there?
From Uncommon
Goods.
That's
hilarious. Because he said that he was looking at a couple things for my gifts. One of them was for like both of us. And then
something to do together.
That's hilarious. So shout out to Uncommon Goods, okay?
Right? Exactly.
Real life.
Check it out.
Oh. Yeah, it's almost time to get ready.
All right,
so let's do this. Ask Gabe and Babe. It is coming from a loyal peep.
Yes, right. Anonymous.
She's been a fan for a really, really long time. Her name is Anonymous. And yes, she's awesome. So shout out.
So maybe some of y'all anonymous are related, man. Maybe you're like cousins, or you never know.
I can't deal with you. Okay, you gonna read it?
All right, so I'll read it.
Go for it.
All right, so here we go. Hola.
Hola.
It was my desire to wait until after marriage before I had sex, but I ended up losing my virginity at 24. Though I fell short on my overall goal, I was content that I had waited until after I had completed my education to do it. After college, I found myself getting to know many guys, but nothing serious materialized. Furthermore, I felt very hurt to give up myself sexually, only to have a relationship to be short term. Mm-hmm. As a result, I rededicated myself to living a life of abstinence once I reached my early 30s. Fast forward to now, I've been abstinent for the past 10 years, with the exception of one incident with an ex. I desired to date and marry God's way now, but what worries me the most is being sexually incompatible with my future spouse. Being real here, due to the nature of not being a virgin, there have been guys that I had and didn't have chemistry with in the bedroom. My question is, do you feel sexual chemistry can grow if the first time does not live up to the expectations?
Can you read that last? Due to the nature.
Due to the nature of not being a virgin.
Oh, okay.
There have been guys that I had been with and didn't have chemistry with in the bedroom.
Okay.
My question is, do you feel sexual chemistry can grow if the first time does not live up to the expectations? The last thing that I would want is to be married and be unsatisfied sexually. Thank you, Anonymous.
Okay, that's a really good question. Kudos to you for rededicating and being able to last for 10 years celibate. Like,
that's amazing.
Yeah, like that's an accomplishment within itself.
That's a feat,
so, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's awesome. And to answer your question, yes, I think you. What was the question? Can sexual chemistry grow? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like, to me, sex is one of those things where everybody enjoys it differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has their thing that turns them on, that makes them feel attractive, that, gets them there. Like, everybody has something different. Yeah. So it's not like a one size fits all anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that it is, such a learning experience, especially when you get with someone, your husband, because you say you want to
do it God's way,
and you want to do it God's way. I think that's going to be great because you guys will be able to learn each other and figure out, what works, what doesn't work. And, sometimes it's like maybe there was no chemistry because that's wasn't what you should have been doing in the first place. Like, what I'm saying?
Maybe it never got to the point where you had that chemistry. Yeah, because it just... You had a feeling that wasn't the way you wanted to go about it. Like, because you talk about, obviously you were abstinent for a reason. You wanted to wait for a reason. So you had these beliefs. So when you do something against those beliefs, maybe subconsciously you were like, I can't enjoy this because it's against what I believe.
Right.
It's against what I'm not wanting to do.
Oh, that's a good point.
I didn't even your mind is big.
Yeah.
It's,
And then that's another thing too. Like, when you look at it as the Christian standpoint, not having premarital sex and waiting until you are married, like, a lot of people use that, like, well, I need to try before I buy. I need to know that it's popping off before, like, what if I get in this marriage and that ain't popping off? Which it can very well happen that way, where you get in and it's not what it needs to be. But I wholeheartedly believe that if the marriage is, what am I trying to say? I wholeheartedly believe that if the marriage is right in God's eyes and he has brought you two together, he's going to step right up in that thing and it's going to be perfect. Yeah, like, you absolutely don't have to worry about that part. Like, you need to worry about, are y'all equally yoked? Are y'all on the same page? Like, is this who God is telling you need to be with? Is there
real true happiness?
Right. Are you not ignoring red flags? Like, all of these things need to line up. And then, like, I feel like the sexual aspect, because this is how God designed us. Like, this is literally what he called us to do. Come together, be fruitful, and multiply. Like, we were made, women, we were made from men. So it's like that's the whole point. Like, I just don't believe that God would have you in a situation where it'll just be bad and be bad forever. Yeah, like, and it could start a little shaky, but I feel like that's where you have the opportunity to work on it together, to pray about it, to, you know what I'm saying, be open to exploring new things. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's God ordained, especially when you married. The bed is undefiled. You're supposed to get in there and please each other. Like, it's room for it to grow and for it to
absolutely. I think I agree with that. All of that completely. I think that like, let me just, for example, like, our sex life from the beginning was great, but it's even greater as we've gotten further into our marriage and we've gotten to know each other more and more and deeper. Is like
the chemistry.
The chemistry is just so much different. Like, because a lot goes into it. Like, you not only, like, she knows what makes me tick. Like, she knows what what we're asking each other. What can we do for each other to make it even better? Because that's so, like, it's all these things that, like, that grows the chemistry. I think it goes back to, like, the communication and, like, your relationship. Yeah. If your relationship is solid and you're happy and you've got good communication, those are all, like, cause that sexual tension with each other. Like, it all builds that chemistry that that like, man, girl, yes, I do want some coffee, girl. Yes, so I want you in a cup. No,
but I mean, it's true. Like, I mean, you're right. Like the love and the relationship it just adds another layer to it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like when we in full transparency, we did not wait. We had sex before we were married, and I mean, it was good. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like, I wouldn't call it amazing like it is now. No, you know what I'm saying? No, it was good. I would attribute that to the chemistry growing between us.
Like, we enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Like, both,
Yeah, no, it was good.
Ended
both
well,
times,
but it wasn't. It wasn't what it is now.
Absolutely
because there's just this deep, like, godly connection that we have now.
Godly connection. I feel like that's the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
And I mean, sure, there are connections out there that could be great without the God in it. We've all been there, some of us. But I just feel like it's a completely different. It's just completely different when you're with the person that you're supposed to be with, and you know what I'm saying? You did it the right way. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be too worried about that part, because I just feel like that's something that can work itself out over time. Yeah. And I believe that you can always, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can always pray about that thing. Take it to the Lord, okay? And believe that he can make it better too. You know what I'm saying? So if you happen to get in a situation where it's like, ooh, I don't know about this. Yeah. Honey, prayer changes everything.
No, I agree. I mean, I think that, because at the end of the day, like, I mean, like, sex feels good. It's meant to feel good. Like, it, like, so, but think about it. If sex feels good, how would sex feel when you're equally yoked with somebody that, like, you're attracted to in every way, right? It's so much more, because now it's not just the feeling, it's also the mind.
Yeah, like, it's like
the heart, your person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just becomes so much deeper, and it's harder to explain it, but that's, the excitement that of connecting in a sexual way is just so much deeper when you're with, like,
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. So that, I mean, so absolutely, like, your chemistry can grow. Chemistry will grow.
Now, if there's no chemistry outside of the bedroom, that I would say is
that's a red flag that you might
need to think about. But as long as that part is good and things are great, like, you gotta get to that part, and you're gonna have years and years and years to work on it. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Yeah, so don't ignore the red flags of the relationship.
Right. That's a whole nother.
Just for good sex.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, that's not going to fix the other issues.
Honey, it sure ain't.
Those are Band-Aids that eventually you're going to get sick of using.
Yep.
Say that. You know what I'm saying? So, so I think that right there, man.
So true.
When you're with that person that, just you feel like God sent to you, like that, man, this is my person from God.
Nothing like it.
Of course, we don't know, because we haven't been able to ask, hey, God, is this my person? But when you feel it, you feel differently.
Yes.
And when you're there, everything else is better. And it gets better and better.
Oh, absolutely. It gets so much better.
Like tonight about to be crazy. Because we were already talking about it earlier.
I cannot deal with you. So hopefully that helps.
Yes.
Please let us know, if that helps. I hope so.
Yes.
But yeah, that was good. And we'll just be praying that God will send the one.
That's right. The one.
Right on time. His timing is always better than our timing. So.
With great chemistry right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So do we have another Ask Gabe and Babe or no? We do need to stop and go get Ray.
We gotta stop and get Ray right now.
For the cost.
All
right, we back.
Yep, we back.
We've secured the package.
Yep, secured the package, and the package is doing well.
She is doing quite well.
Quite well. So, after further discussion and deliberation from the Gabe and Babe and Let's Make Out staff here at
not staff
here at the LMO headquarters. We've decided,
AKA Babe, make the decision.
AKA Babe,
that we
decided
do another
that we're going to go ahead and cut this podcast here, and come back to you next week with another
Ask Gabe and Babe.
Ask Gabe and Babe.
If you guys have any situations, dilemmas, anything going on in your life that you would like our opinion on, feel free to send it. Yeah. I mean, anything.
Because we will opinionize the heck out of it.
Relationship, friendship, work, all the things, okay? Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That was close.
That was close.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. You totally don't need to know how to do that. Anyway, we love y'all. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll see you same time, same place next week.
That's right. So again, make sure you
don't do this all
okay.
over again.
All right.
We love y'all.
Check down the description box and the show notes. You can see all them stuff down there.
Bye.
All right, y'all.
You doing the most.
You doing the most. So thank you so much for watching. We appreciate y'all. And make sure you subscribe.